So the truth is valued now. As the truth comes in, just like in any dark situation, it starts to expose the darkness. People have said this before, there's no real darkness, there's only absence of light.
Okay, so today we are here with Miss Twila Williams, your host and spiritual advisor of the Candid Wisdom podcast. And I'm excited because you're doing a different type of content today. And so I just want to get started, get straight into it. And I want to ask you a question.
All right, let's go.
So, people want to know in 2025, leading up to the moment of today, what happened to bring Hollywood to where they're at now? Like, what happened in Hollywood where all these celebrities are being exposed? You're seeing them on every news channel. You know, people are suing people left and right. Things are just not as they used to be. Can you give us your perspective of what happened to Hollywood?
Absolutely. So I predicted, in a sense, that this Hollywood was one of the things that needed to fall. Because what we've done as a society is set up all of these idols. We idolized athletes, we idolized superstars, we idolized money, we've idolized all of these things above God, right? And so as we wake up as human beings, as we come into a different way of being spiritual, all of those idols have to fall. They have to be broken down. So as the truth becomes more valued, when we watch somebody on YouTube or when we watch anybody, what we want to see is authenticity, right? You want to see you don't want to see them giving us the fake or anything that's contrived. You want to see who are you really? The more you can get into somebody's real life, the more you can relate to them, right? So the truth is valued now. And as the truth comes in, just like in any dark situation, it starts to expose the darkness, right? And people have said this before, there's no real darkness, there's only absence of light. And when light comes into a situation, the truth comes out, and that is exactly what's happening in Hollywood.
You say there's no darkness, there's only absence of light. So why do you think in Hollywood there is so much absence of light?
Oh boy. Yeah.
But they are, as you say, the idols, or they're the light that we look to for inspiration, or just to make everyday decisions, for fashion looks and things like that. Like, we're looking to these quote unquote lights and stars, but like you said, there's so much absence of light at the same time.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing about what you need to know about Hollywood. Hollywood was a project and is a project. And if you ever get an opportunity to read this book called Babylon, they deliberately set up these people, and that's why they call them stars. They set them up to control the narrative of America and other countries. They knew exactly what they were doing. And they took people out of the world that were broken. Most of these stars have trauma in their background. They have abuse, they have drug addiction, they have all of these things, and that the people who are really in control, the powers that be, can lord over them or use to manipulate you, sort of like the P. Diddy thing that's going on. Like, I got tapes on you, I know the real about you, so you better do what I say and say what I do, or else. And they were used to manipulate the public, right? It's just like when Selena Gomez came out and did her cry about the immigrants, right? Somebody on her team was like, listen, hey, you're Mexican. We need a Mexican to get out there and say something about this against, the powers that be. Pull the trigger on her. And they can do that with anybody that they promote. We put you up there. We know how to bring you down. And if you don't do X, Y, and Z, we're going to call you on the carpet and take away everything that we've given you. And that is the way Hollywood was designed. It was designed so that they knew exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They'll take somebody who is average, an average looking girl, an average looking person, and they're like, okay, is she the type of person that we can manipulate and use and put out in front of the public? Yeah, absolutely. Looking good. I'm not going to say no names, right? So then they hit them with the Hollywood makeover, right? We're going to fix your hair. We're going to fix your teeth. They do an Ike Turner on them. You know what I mean? We just got to get your teeth right, get your hair right.
Not the Ike Turner.
Yeah, the Ike Turner.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see that.
Right? And they promote them. And look, they put them in front of all the right people, because remember, they control the media. So you're getting on ABC, you're getting on CNN, you're getting on all those talk shows, you're getting in front of the right people. Mm-hmm. That's why, anyway, that's another story. Why people used to have to pay the DJ to play their record, because the DJ had already been told, you're promoting this person, this person, this person, this person, this person in rotation. So when the rappers first came out, they used to have to be like, hey, I know you got a rotation, but here's $100. Can you put mine on there? Right? Because it's all a setup. It's all a setup for that specific reason, so that we can worship them. So yeah, they pulled people out of the darkness because of the darkness, in order to put them in front of us and have us follow and worship what they say. Now, the difference now is, back in the day, movie stars used to have handlers. They used to have gatekeepers. Say this, don't say that. Come here, go there, right? But now, social media has opened them up. And if you're crying in the middle of the night, you could jump on social media and start telling people everything what your man did to you, right? And that exposes them for who they really are. And I think that's what's happening too.
So I want to talk about, or get your opinion on, how God will use a celebrity, someone who is in the limelight, who is a star, to have an impact on his children.
Yeah. So we know that God is almighty, right? He can do anything, and he uses all things to work towards the good for those who love him, are called according to his will. So it's just like you and I. If there's somebody in Hollywood who God has called out and they have accepted him and they're obedient, okay, then he can use them. And he will. And I've seen it happen. So, for example, like Russell Brand, right? He was a debauchery. He found the Lord, and now he's using his celebrity in for the good. Justin Bieber, same thing. Different people been used by the Lord. But the only thing about that is, when you do start to talk about God, to talk about goodness, to talk about, the things, that the way the Lord is changing your heart, Hollywood kicks you out.